Hello everyone, my name is Rogelio and today I'm going to explain you some functions in Microsoft Excel, okay? The first function in this case is, for example, I have in this case a table where I can see, where you can see some sales that a group of sellers do in each period of time, okay? In a period of time, sorry, okay? Well, in the right part, I have some tables, and today I'm going to explain you how can you do these tables or obtain these values, okay? Well, the first is how many sales dealings were done on February 22nd, okay? For now this, we can, in this case, sales dealing were done on February 22nd, okay? I'm going to click here, and as you can see, we need to select the column that has the date, and in Criterio 1, you need to put the date that you need to know how many sales how many sales does the group of sellers do in that day, okay? And as you can see, I have in this case in the 22nd, sorry, of February, and it's this, okay? All of them are in the year 2004, okay? Well, and as you can see, it's going to be three sales dealings were done on February 22nd, okay? The other function is to search the 10 maximum and the 10 minimum sales price. I think it's the more easier function that you can do in a table where you have a price of the sale, okay? In this case, as you can see, we have in this column the price of the sale, okay? We need to press to select the column, click in formato condicional and reglas para valores superiores e inferiores, and as you can see, we have here a lot of functions. Today we are going to use this and this, okay? First, the 10 maximum values, okay? I select 10 or 5 as you, whatever you want, okay? In my case, I'm going to have 10, okay? And choose the color, in this case red, and set. And as you can see, I have some values in red color, okay? In color red, sorry. And the other function is to know the 5 minimum sales price. It's the same, but in this case you need to click in 10 inferiores. For example, I have 10 or 5, whatever you want, in my case 10. And in this case I'm going to change the color for yellow. And click in accept. And as you can see, I have some values in yellow and some values in red, okay? The values that are in color red are the 10 maximum values, and the yellow ones are the 10 minimum sales price, okay? Well, the other function is to estimate the 10% of the commission of each dealing, okay? Well, as you can see, I have in this column the 10% of commission that we need to have for each sale, okay? For do this, for example, in this case, we need to write equals, select the square, in this case is the column G, and the arrow 2. and as you can see is this. Okay, select this and multiply it per 0.1 because 0.1 is equals 10% or 10. Okay, and only we need to select the small square that is in the under and right part. Okay, and apply in all of them. In this case, for example, wait me a moment, this, and it's just they are the same values because I did it oh well 10 minutes ago, 1 hour ago. Okay, well, other function is to select the 5 lowest and highest sales price. Okay, wait a moment please. Well, for do this is the same that you can is the same that you have in that you do, sorry, that you did or do in the 10 superiores and 10 inferiores. Okay, well, now I'm going to calculate the number of dealings that were done between May and August. Okay, as you can see, I have here this small table, and in this is the value or the quantity that how many sales of dealings that were done between May and August. For do this, we need to select in rango criterio 1, select the column B because it's the column that has the date. In criterio 1, we need to press bigger than and equals, and the initial date. Okay, and in rango criterio 2, you need to select again the column B because it has the dates, and in criterio 2 you need to press less than or and equals and the date that it finished. Okay, and as you can see, I have 186 sales dealings that were done between May and and August. Well, now as you can see, I have here the number of dealings that were done by each seller. For Carmen, 83, Pedro, 93, Joaquin, 62, etc. Okay, for how can I now how many or the number of dealings that were done by each seller? Well, it's simple. In this case, we need to use the function contar puntos y conjunto and select the column, in this case I2, sorry. Well, in general, select all the column I. Okay, and in criterio 1 you need to put the name that you need to know how many sales does he or she do. Okay, in this case is Carmen, and as you can see, she does 83 sales or dealings, sorry, and Pedro 93. If you don't want to do all the function again, you only need to copy the formula, paste this in here, and only change the name for the name of the person that you need to know how many dealings that was done for he or she. Okay, well, now we need to I need to know the total amount of sales that were done by each seller. Okay, in this case we need to select the column G, because J is the 10% and G is the price of the sale. Okay, well, for do this we need to use the functions sumar.c.conjunto and select the column G. The rango criterio is all the all the columns, sorry. And in criterio we need to put the name of the person that we need to have the total amount. Okay, in this case is Carmen, and if you want to know the total amount of sales that was done for Pedro, you need only to copy the formula of Carmen and paste here and change the number, change the name for Pedro. Okay, and you need to do that for each seller. Okay, only change the name. Well, other function is to calculate the total amount of the commissions of each seller. As you can see, I have here the total amount of commission per salesman. Okay, for do this we need to select here, and as you can see, in this case the column J is the 10% commission. We need to use the function sumar.c.conjunto, and in this case select this column. In rango criterio 1 we need to select the column that has the names, and in criterio 1 we need to put the name of the person that you want to know the amount of sale, the amount of the commission. Okay, and as you can see we have here the total amount of commission for Carmen, and if you want to do the same, but in this case with Pedro, Joaquin, Jesus, Maria, and Luisa, you need to copy the formula that you did in Carmen and paste here, sorry, and change the name. Okay, for the name of the other person. Okay, perfect. Well, now we're going to learn how can I calculate the average of the total amount of sales of each seller. Okay, for do this we only need to divide the total amount of sales that were done for each seller between the number of dealings that were done by each seller. Okay, in this case, in the case of Carmen, you need to divide this between this. Okay, and as you can see is 1,183,886.8. Okay, pesos. And if you want to know the same but is in Pedro, you need to divide the total amount of sales that were done for Pedro between the quantity of dealings that were done for Pedro. Okay, well, now if the total amount of the sales of each seller exceeds the 100 million, we need to assign 5 extra commission percent. Okay, In this case, I have the extra commission here because in this case, Pedro, Jesus, and Luisa has more than the 100 million pesos, okay? In the total amount of sales that were done for them, okay? Pedro, Jesus, and Luisa. For calculate the for assign an extra 5% of commission, we need to put, in this case, this formula. Is equals, or apply the formula C and select the, sorry, M25. M25 is 25 is here, okay? And as you can see, we need to select this square, or the total amount of sales that were done for Pedro in this case, and put bigger than and equals, and then write 100 million, okay? In valor sí verdadero, we need to select the M25, is this, is the total amount that were done for Pedro, and multiply this per 1.05 because it is it's going to be the 15% of commission in this case, okay? Only for the person that has more than 100 million, okay? Is the same in Jesus and Luisa, okay? For Jesus, we need to select only the total amount of sales that were done by Jesus, and divide it, sorry, and apply the same formula, and then multiply that per 1.05 because 1.05 is equals like 15, okay? And if you multiply any number per 1.05, they're going to be the 15% of that amount or value, okay? And the last activity is create a table with the number of operations that were made in each province, okay? For province, we have 4 provinces. They are Barcelona, Girona, Lleida, and Tarragona, okay? And the operations are alquiler and venta, okay? One of all of these provinces has 2 operations. One is an alquiler and the other is a venta, okay? In this case, well, we need to know the quantity of operations that were made in Barcelona, but with the operation of alquiler, okay? For do this, we need to, as you can see, select all the column D that has the operation, and in criteria 1 we need to write or put the operation that you need to know. In this case is alquiler, between comillas, okay? In rango criterio 2, you need to select the province. In this case is all the column E. And in criterio 2, you need to write between comillas the name of the province that you want to know, the operations that were made, okay? And as you can see, we have here 76, okay? It's the same in Venta, but the only thing that changed is here in Criterio 1 or Criterio 1, you need to change alquiler for Venta, okay? And you only need to click there in accept, okay? Well, if you want to do more efficient, if you have the two or the first value, you only need to copy the formula. In this case is this, and paste, for example, here, and you only need to change the province. In this case is here Girona, and put the operation in alquiler, okay? And click in enter, and you have the quantity of operations that were made in each province, okay? Well, I think it is all for today. I hope you have a nice day and see you on next videos. Bye.